Welcome to Silverrun Deforest series, hardcore version of Farming Simulator, where we try to deforest Silverrun Forest in hardcore using as little benefits as we can, like AI and contracts and stuff like that. We're going to hopefully go across the entire map, deforest the whole thing, make an absolute fortune along the way. Okay, let's get into it. We're in October. We paid our debt off overnight, and we now have $12,000 because we've made money in our productions. We made it mainly through selling products. So this is going to be the probably the wood turner shop. The paper rolls are being sold. Wood is getting down, so I think this is going to have to be one of our priorities about delivering wood, and the wood usage at the wood turner is quite slow, so we're good there. So yeah, we've got a load of wood right next to us, so let's use that to keep the paper mill going. So we've got 12,000 and the ability to get 75,000 more dollars. So we've got $98,000 of cash. I don't know how much land's going to be available at that price, because I think we've exhausted the segment we're on now. We need a new piece. I think it paid well. I think we were able to buy the paper mill. We bought the wood turner with that money. We paid for our bus-based home. I'm taking this corner very carefully because it's got a camber that makes it want to tip. So yeah, I think we've made more than $80,000 out of that piece of land. I think it was quite it was well suited to start the game. We are kind of short on money, so I think we've done a good balance there. It is tempting for the next piece of land to be heavily forest and really get a huge amount of benefit out of it. I am inclined to do one either right up here near the sawmill, which we do want to buy, or down in town, just so it's close to the shop. It is tempting to deforest to the point where we actually have some arable land being generated. It's not really a focus of this playthrough, but it kind of might be fun to see some areas of the maps plowed. Maybe I'll plow them, put one crop in, and leave it at that. We won't bother doing that as the primary concern. So here at the paper mill. Hopefully that, oh yes, I thought that might, we'll unstrap that and hopefully we can push, come on. Hopefully we might be close enough for it to work. No, we're not. We're going to have to back it in from the other end. That's fine. Yeah, it would be cool if we could organize, if the game allowed you to have trains that were drivable on the various tracks. Hopefully that's an update that may come in a future DLC. I'm going to pick up this piece of wood while we can, and back it into the unload spot. Okay. Helps undoing the straps. There we go. So 27. So this takes 30. So that's a nice refill. This guy stuff pays out really well. So all right. So before we drive off anywhere, let's work out where we are in the world. So I'm going to borrow as much as I can. 87,000. Let's have a look at the map. So now this is all sequoia through here, so I'm very reluctant to do this much more. 70,000, so that's not bad. It looks quite forested. Yeah, it looks quite good. Good continuation of what we've been doing. Our home base is here. So let's jump across to our, so it was this land in here. Let's jump across out to our home and see what type of wood we're talking about. Okay, so yeah, lots of nice long stuff. I think it might pay out quite well. We've got the grass texture problem. Not too many dead trees, so it's going to have some half decent money. So let's look at this map again. So how far back does it go? So it goes back to the road. I think this is the road here. So yeah, it's not bad. It's got a fair bit. So yeah, I think we should drive back to here. We'll get a good number of loads out of there. And it's just a good continuation of the map, I think. The other option maybe is more in front of us. Too expensive. 72, 78. Yeah, so the sequoias I think is more up here. The option is something much bigger like this, but we can't afford that yet. Behind the sawmill. These are all good options through here. But let's start with this one. It's not a huge amount, but it should pay for itself. We should get, it's $20,000 a load. So are we going to get 3 loads? I think we will. So let's buy that. And I know we're running a lot of debt right now. But you got to spend money to make money, they say. Go up this side. Since we haven't done it yet. This is a more gradual climb, so if you have a tractor or a truck that's struggling to get up the hills, is the other option. We can actually cheat and just go straight up here rather than doing the U-turn over there. No traffic coming. Looking around to see the density of trees and properties near here. I know this land to our left is quite dense. Has a couple of glades in it, but in general the property is pretty full of trees. Right in front of us it looks pretty good too. It's not super thick. Yeah, this whole area of the map is pretty good by the looks of it. Hasn't got too many shrubs in it. I mean, we can see the autumn leaves kind of popping through right now. Yeah, so we own here to the right initially. This is our initial piece of land. And now we just own this little triangle to the over here. I might as well take this across the bridge. Park it kind of right in the middle, I think. Remember to turn off the engine to save that precious gas. I think I'm just going to drive pretty well down this track. Alright, so I think we'll start in this corner and... Now, actually, do we own to the left or the right? Okay, just the left. Okay, yeah. Or just the... I'm talking about left as in back to front. As in left of the river. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the finances at this point. There's not a huge number of trees on this piece of land. I mean, we do have a lot of value in the paper mill and the wood turner, so at worst we may have to just sit and walk through a month and let the finances rebuild up. And I would have really preferred to get my own personal lumber mill in action, because it does pay out better. It's a bit tricky with that log there, but I think I can get it. Yeah, that's the one I was struggling with before. Try not to walk on the logs too much. Fixing my hair, the head's got twisted. Because we've got so little wood in this area, I am going to log everything. I'm going to pay back our loan as much as I can so we can see money coming in throughout the day. Now I'm very wary that we need to buy a piece of land, so as much as I would like to buy a sawmill to maximise this wood, if we don't have any wood, there's no point having a sawmill. So I think all the money from this property is going to be going into buying the next property. And there are some 70s and 80s next to this, so I think that's the type of scale we're looking at. Each of these 70s and 80s will hopefully make us 120, 140, and slowly we'll be able to buy more and more and more. We're going to end up with a lot of property under our name. As I said, we're not going to be selling property. Once we've bought it, we're stuck with it. If the property is very flat, I am tempted to put a crop on it. Maybe something like poplar or something that's kind of true to the idea of forestry. The other option is we can decide to reforest some land if money is super tight and land's super tight. It is tempting to actually rent a tractor and make sure we can do that. Trees are about $100 each, I think. So we would do this type of tree. Okay, so it's $50 each, so they're not too bad. And then we would hire the planter, so this one. In fact, maybe even buy it, $26,000. And then from a tractor point of view, we would just hire it. too undulating, but it is got a hill to it, so it's not like it goes up and down, but I don't know if you really want to put a crop on this. Just the driving up and down the hills will get quite frustrating, I think. Maybe grapes, but a lot of the grape harvesting equipment doesn't tend to have too many horsepower, or too much horsepower. There's some mods that have slightly better tractors, which are not, not stupid. I mean, they're plausible, and their prices are set appropriately. It's just though, would you have a 200 horsepower tractor in such a small form? I tend to start near the roads and then work inwards just because the access for the truck is important. Just want to look at the map where we are. Oh, we're barely into our own property. Oh, this will be fine. There'll be tons of money here. Tons of money. Those rocks, of course, are a concern if we ever wanted to make it a field. They'd be in the way. I'm a big fan of the Lizard, I think it's called a 9.5 plow. It's quite a nice wide width. It just lets you make nice, clean, square fields. I know it's not, vanilla, but it is on console. And I think it's one of the very few mods that I'm willing to say is kind of vanilla mod. The logging mod I use for super strength, I primarily do it just for quirks of the game. So like when you maybe get something stuck on a tree or something. And I know there's reset, but basically if you're just going to do a reset and drive back to where you were, you might as well just do it locally. I don't want to use it for normal gameplay like pallets or anything. I have played it a lot where I actually do all the logging properly, and with the scale of logging I plan to do in this series, I'm just not interested in loading 20,000 logs onto a trailer. As it is, cutting down 20,000 trees is going to be quite extensive, so if you see me turn my lights on, that's just me holding the sequence for cruise control a little bit too long on the controller. So light is the light is the right button and B, and cruise control is both buttons and B. So if I get one down slightly faster than both, that is usually the reason that the light has been turned on. I do use cruise control a lot, just to relax your fingers so you don't have to have your fingers on the trigger for too much. Like right now, I'm using cruise control, for example. I'll lift the head up a bit so it doesn't get jammed on anything. Well, I said there was a lot of trees, but there's also a lot of clearing. Is this the end of the map up here? Oh no, there's still way more you can buy up there. Yeah, but it's all sequoias, so there's not really much point. Boop, swing, lift. I was just checking the petrol supply. It's going okay. That's something I need to be aware of. Don't want to be stranded out in the forest. Once again, there's a reset to get around that if you couldn't in any way orchestrate the delivery of some petrol. Maybe we don't have a car at this point, and so it might be problematic to organise that if you ran out. Oops, that wasn't good. Let's push that back in the pile. Alright, so let's head up to the grove. I think there's all sequoias to the left here, I think. Yeah, they've deliberately made an avenue over there. Just looking for trees, yet nothing over there. Looks like up here on the left and down the hill. I think we'll make a pile. Little tree got me. Yeah, we'll make a pile up here on the right, I think. Up here. It's pretty level, so the semi-trailer, it's kind of level. The semi-trailer shouldn't have too much trouble loading it. Let's might as well work on these ones at the back. Alright. Let's kill the engine. Alright, let's get some stuff picked up. I'm not 100% full, so I'm going to see if I can pick up this one on the road before I forget that it exists. I think it might be too full. Nah, it's too full. We'll come back that way on the way home. Now the question is, where's this going to go? If we try taking it there, it would never fit. It would never fit. We're just going to take it. Now, money-wise, yeah, we're very close to the one. We've only got 20 grand. There's no way we're going to buy a sawmill or something, so just need to take this in, get some money for it. Yeah, money's tight. There's not that many logs on this segment, so I think we're going to be very, very close to the wall. Now, the wood turner and the paper mill have material in them, so I'm not 100% concerned. If we let a month elapse, they would generate enough money to buy another piece of land, I think. Yeah, I really like those wide tires on the log hauler. Makes it much more stable. hopefully none of these brushes are enough to stop us. Rolled over nicely for us. We should have at least one load here, maybe two, of what's cut down already. I think this autoload mod picks up the biggest things first, then it gets the next size, then the next size. Because the small ones seem to be picked up last. Yeah. Well, that's good. Another big load. I don't know if I'm going to back all the way down. I think I might pop over here in the side so I can do a U-turn. There's a log at the trunk there I have to worry about. I missed it. Good. Turn the lights on. Yeah, 420. We'll get this load done, get another load done, and call it a day. Tempted to put a path right through here, draw in a road. It doesn't really go to where we need it. I want it to go there. Maybe. Oh, I should check for the train. I believe the logging pond can take 110,000. Ooh, I nearly fell over. Maybe it's 120,000. Wish the button was over here on the right. I mean, as much as it's cute and all, I think it's a little bit far to go. Oh, 87. Yeah, I think we hit our max. So it only sold $7,000 worth. Yeah, so it can only take 120 a day, I think. I don't think we can see, yeah, where it is. So yeah, we definitely need to get somewhere else to put our wood because we're producing so much that we won't be able to get paid for it. I'm looking at the mini map for the train. All good. Their option is to put it on the train. That pays out quite well. Ooh, it's a bit tight. I think we'll just fill this truck up and then call it a day, I think. Come up here where the excavator is. Just hit 5 o'clock. Park here, turn the engine off, peace and quiet, everything's off. We're going to jump down, I'm just going to jump across to the sawmill and just double check we can't get any more sold. No. It is full for the day. All right. From a finance point of view, we can't pay any loan. How did the day go? So we've got 15,000 in sold products. Wood. So we're making 50-ish thousand. Land purchase. Yeah. So we're a bit negative over the course of the day. Let's sleep and see where we are in the morning, because it may look bad now, but let's see where we are. Okay, so we made a bit of money overnight, 13 grand. So yeah, it's just a matter of continuing on. I'm going to jump across to the sawmill. I'm just going to see if we can get those logs sold. Rain's coming down. Yeah, so we didn't actually get rid of all of it. So yeah, so I don't think these are stuck. Yeah, it's just that it's over capacity. So, alright, that's the next day. See you next time. And with that, we'll call it a day. Thanks for watching.